Yo, what's going on? Y'all know what it is. It's your girl, More Ash, of course, with the Gumbo Show, baby. We are here. We are live today. I got a great and amazing guest in the building today. I am hanging out in the building this morning or this afternoon, whatever it is in your perspective region. I'm chilling with Mojo. What's going on, Mojo?
What's up, Ash?
How you
What's that?
been? I ain't seen you in like a week, so you know
Oh,
what I'm saying.
I know it seems like a year.
So I thank you for your time. I thank you for being here and working through my busy, chaotic schedule today. But I would like to jump right into this interview. Tell our fans, our viewers, our supporters, who is Mojo?
Well, Mojo jumped on the scene in 1982. Of course, I came through high school throwing parties and stuff back in the early 80s. But coming out of high school in 1982, of course, at that time, all the hip hop was coming out of New York. Um,
Mm-hmm.
no one in the South period was doing hip hop in 1982, and so I came up with a song called Battmann, and I took it to some producers. And at one time in the song, I said, "Let Mojo handle it."
Yeah.
They said, "Well, listen, we need to name that song Let Mojo handle it." So we went back and did the song Let Mojo handle it, and it was released in 1982 in Atlanta. It it was at the top of the charts in Atlanta at the time. I was going neck and neck with Marvin Gaye's "Sexual Healing."
Okay.
So every time someone was going in the store getting because you had to go to the store to get music then, you know.
Mm-hmm. They don't know about that. They don't know about that.
But people when they would go and get a Marvin Gaye record, they would grab a Mojo record. So that's how tight we were, and it took off real big. So that was the start of Mojo.
I love that. How did you get your name, Mojo? Where did Mojo come from?
But it was a prank where guys used to get the little guys on the merry-go-rounds, and they would turn the merry-go-round so fast that we couldn't get off, and I kept hearing those guys saying Mojo this and Mojo that. So when they was trapping us on the merry-go-round, I told them, I say, whoever pushing this merry-go-round, your mama got 15 mojos, and they just died laughing. They was just dying laughing. And so every day I would walk down the street, they would go, Mojo. And the
That's
rest and the
funny.
rest is history. Everybody
Yeah.
knows that story.
It just kind of took, huh? It just kind of stuck.
Yeah, I just kind of stuck.
That's
Yeah.
funny. I have an aunt. Rest in peace to her now, but she's from Illinois, and when I was little, like teenage or whatever, that's when like the little skirts and stuff was coming out, the little skirts, and they had the little shorts up underneath them, and I used to wear those, and she used to be like, "Where you going with that booty wipe on?" And so and so I started calling her booty wiper. So the next time she came to church, I was like, "Hey, booty wiper." And ever since then, that's been our little thing. So like when she see me, she be like, "There go my booty wiper." And when I see her, I say the same thing. So I
Hey,
understand how something like that can just come into flourishing and it just take over. It's like,
you can't make your own nickname. A nickname has to be
take
bestowed
you.
on you.
It has to make
You know,
you. It has to be given to you.
yeah, a nickname has to be bestowed upon you. You can't say, "Hey, look here, call me Silky Black." That's my name, Silky Black.
I love that. It's
Yeah. My first song, Let Mojo Handle It, when I walked in the studio, there were all live musicians in the studio waiting to record. Had a live drummer, had a live guitar player, had a live bass player, had a live organ player. The organ player played for Brick Amber. He passed away. My guitar player just passed away. He played with SOS Reggie. Skin from SOS Band. He played the bass guitar on Let Mojo Handle It, and I also had a drummer on there as well. So we had some heavy hitters on that song. But listen, all no what they call that voice box and iTunes voice
auto
tune.
tune.
Yeah. All that.
Mm-hmm.
No, no, no. What you heard was what you got. You know what I mean? What you are was what you got. They
You
did.
know, I didn't mean to cut you off,
Yeah,
Mojo.
go ahead.
But you know, some of these artists these days, they probably wouldn't even. I'm talking about hip hop. They
Mm.
probably wouldn't even know what to do with a live band and not being able to hear a beat before they get ready to write it and do their thing. You know what I mean? A lot of them are so used to. They not even used to going in the studio and cooking the beat up organically with the producers. They used
Right.
to already having the beat just sent to them, and
That's
then
it.
they write to it. You know. So, but I don't think that they understand how different that vibe is, and also how different the quality of the music can be, because the music will talk to you. So if you
Exactly.
creating it with the person or the people that are creating it together, it may give you a different message to deliver, so to say, on that record, versus if somebody just made the beat not knowing who you were, your style, or nothing, and then you just get the beat. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Right. That's a good observation there, Ashley. I never really looked at, I never really thought about it that way, but you are so right. It creates a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It creates a vibe instead of, because like now, the songs I do, and that's the way I do songs now. I send it to the engineer.
Mm-hmm.
So when I walk in, the beat, the track is already done. I just go in there and do vocals.
Yep.
Unlike when you can sit there and you can see the drummer doing his track by himself. You see the
Mm-hmm.
guitar player doing his track by himself. You
And
know,
I get it, everything is so expeditious now. So people don't like the process of waiting for anything. That's even in everyday life. People don't even like to wait to shop no more. They they want it right now. Amazon had to say the same day.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
because we ain't waiting on packages no more.
yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
they want it in
I
an hour.
they they want it in an hour, exactly. So I get that everybody kind of like wants everything so expeditious and they want it to be so fast,
And
but I think when you take your time and you put that tender love and care on it, you might get a different product. You know what I mean?
you
And
know,
I get it. Everything is so expeditious now, so people don't like the process of waiting for anything. That's even in everyday life. People don't even like to wait to shop no more. They they want it right now. Amazon had to say the same day.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
because we ain't waiting on packages no more.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like
They want it in
I
an hour.
they they want it in an hour, exactly. So I get that everybody kind of like wants everything so expeditious and they want it to be so fast,
And
but I think when you take your time and you put that tender love and care on it, you might get a different product. You know what I mean?
right, and see, I'm gonna tell you something. That back in the day, and back in 1982, I always say I was the only one in Atlanta doing hip hop. I was the only
Mm-hmm.
one in Atlanta wanted to do hip hop, and even the people that even thought about doing hip hop couldn't do it because to make a record was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not now. It's not like now. You just go in your basement or go on your phone and make a beat and send it to the studio and go in there and lay your vocals and you done.
Yeah,
Now that
man, they don't know the struggles of having to sell CDs out their car and get out here and really hustle for it and talk to people. I feel like that made for better artists back then because it forced them to be social.
wait a minute.
Now you got all these closet rappers. They don't even come out the closet. They barely want to perform. They think they superstars. They come to the showcases 10 minutes before they supposed to go on and leave when they get off. Like, y'all ain't doing no networking. Y'all ain't talking to nobody. Y'all ain't trying to introduce yourself to somebody. People have heard what you said on the mic because y'all mumble. I
Right.
don't got time. So I just be like, to each his own, child.
But as you're a very bright young lady, I might say, because I mean, you see right through it. You can see right through it. And I tell people every day. I mean, like when people come ask me, hey, can you give me some tips and boom, boom, boom about the music? I say, look here. I say one thing you all have that I didn't have is social media. So I didn't have no social media, no social media. My social
They
media,
got social media and they ain't social, Mojo.
yeah, I see, you see, I love it. But hey, my YouTube was YouTube. These two legs of mine was YouTube.
That's right.
And
So
you
you
know
had
what?
to go get it.
And you know what? I tell people when I was 18 years old, 19, I was in somebody's event 7 days a week.
Yeah, you
I mean,
supposed to be.
I was somewhere. in the street 7 days a week, up in people's face.
Yep.
You know,
And not
and like
scared
you
to
say, it
be.
makes you, like you say, it makes you become more social because you know
Mm-hmm.
you want to socialize with people because you want them to you know to support you.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
but like you
And
say,
nobody gonna support you if they don't know you. So we gonna play picture took.
you want, I want my picture took. I just
That's what
want.
we gonna play.
Okay, all right, all right, all right. I just want my picture took.
Yep. They said I don't care how I look.
Look,
I just
I
want
just want
my
my
picture
picture
took.
took.
You ain't think I knew it out there,
Look at that. Look at you, girl. Look at
huh?
the
Talk to
now,
me about that record. Tell me a little bit about that song. Tell me how that song came to pass, and then we'll go ahead and go into that record.
you know, that was that. I mean, going way back in the, well, back in the '80s, there was a DJ on the radio named Doctor Feelgood, and
Mm-hmm.
he was bad. He was from Detroit. He went from Detroit, but he came from Detroit, from that market, and and that was one of his favorite lines on the radio. He's like, "Hey, your wife put you down for another man. Now you're living with a woman that you can't stand." And then he said, "I don't care how I look. I just want my picture took."
Mm-hmm.
And that was, that's how, I kind of came up with that line, and that's basically what it is. Hey, I don't care. You got so much glamour going on out here in hip hop, where people talking about how much money they got, and how, and what kind of car they driving and all this here, but they just talking about themselves. They not talking about the average American.
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
you know
That's true. That is
you
very
know
true.
yeah, I mean, you go down to the Kroger and you look at some of these people, just at the grocery store, you know,
Mm-hmm.
people are struggling.
Yep. They
Young
really
people
are, for
struggle,
sure.
you know. So
Y'all know what it is, man. We are about to jump into this record with Mojo. So y'all stay tuned. Don't touch that dial, and we'll be right back.
yeah, yeah.
Say your wife put you down for another man. Now you're living with a woman that you can't stand. I don't care how I look. I just want my picture took. Mojo, chillin' on the bench, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Don't wanna make a scene, just trying to get some green money. Will make you lie. Right now, about to make me cry. I don't care how I look. I just want my picture took. Say I don't care how I look. I just want my picture took. Say I don't care how I look. I just want my picture took. We don't care how we look. We just want our picture took. We don't care how we look. We just want our picture took. Now I can't pay my rent. All my money been spent. I got a little bit to buy some food, but my baby need a new pair of shoes. Plus I got a light bill too. I even got a gas bill too. Metro done disconnect. Now I'm waiting for my next paycheck. See, I don't care how I look. I just want my picture took. I don't care how I look. I just want my picture took. We don't care how we look. We just want our picture took. We don't care how we look. We just want our picture took.
Hey, I think they watching. Whole club looking like paparazzis. I like 'em red bone, caramel chocolate. Ain't nothing wrong with a man having options. I'm in the session with the dimes that we poppin'. In the bottle you can find, we can pop it. See everything on me, tell 'em drop it. And it's the A, so the party don't stop it. I say I don't care how I look. I just want my picture took. I don't care how I look. I just want my picture
Everybody,
took.
we don't care how we look. We just want our picture. Everybody over here, we don't care how we look. We just want our picture.
Slum beautiful, the coolest. Known to run all up and through it. Known to spit that, then prove it. Known to get that, then move it. Known to pull up patties and diggers and they girlfriends choose. Known to catch me round Atlanta with the first to ever do it. I don't care how I look, I just want my picture took. I don't care how I look, I just want my picture took.
Yes, we are back. Y'all know what it is. Your girl, More Ash. I'm still in the building. I'm hanging out here with Mojo, of course. My team is absent today. I'm by myself, but shout out to Naja. Shout out to DJ Mohawk, of course, with the Atlanta Hawks. And shout out to the one and only Ali Brathwaite, who is behind all of the visuals, all of the edits, and everything that you guys see in here. I appreciate you guys. So I'm jumping back into this with Mojo. He's hanging out with me today. So we heard the record. It was a great song. I had the pleasure of seeing you perform it at my birthday party. And I was hanging out with my supervisor from Mercedes Benz because I used to work for the Falcons. I see you with the Dirty Bird chain on.
Yeah, yeah.
So I used to work at the Falcons. I used to manage the Mercedes Benz suite.
Okay.
And so my supervisor was actually at the party and she knew all the words to the song. And I was like, Denise, you know this song. And she was like, I know every word. She was singing the words. And I was like, okay.
That is so funny.
So I just want you to know they was supporting you. They was rocking out with it. They really enjoyed the show.
I tell you that. I mean, when I look back,
You killed it when you went to the mirror.
Oh,
Oh, you thought we ain't see that? You gonna stop your show and go look in the mirror? Yeah, it's still white. It's still white.
and you know what? That wasn't planned. Now that wasn't planned. That just happened. That just happened, and it happened to be a mirror right there.
Yeah, did happen to be a
But
mirror.
but the people there that was, your people there, they was just so vibrant,
Mm-hmm.
so friendly and so kind, and I had an awesome time.
Well, I'm glad. I'm so
Yeah.
glad. Tell me what's been a challenge for you with this new day and age music and all this stuff that they doing now with the streaming and everything else. What has been the biggest challenge that you would say as far as just staying relevant and keeping your name solid in this game?
Well, I went, uh, I was missing in action. Then nobody knew who I was for many years, really, because I kind of had went off into the private sector. I went off into the private sector, so I was still doing music, and but I wasn't out there.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
and so once I retired from the private sector, thanks to the good Lord, I got a lot of time on my hands. So I say, well, I don't know nothing else to do but music. So
Yeah.
so here I'm back. Well, actually, Kilo Ali, he came to me one day and he said, "Man, I got this song I wrote, and I want you to do it." And that's the song I have out with him now. It's called Yeet Yeet. And
Okay.
he wrote it for me, and he's like, "Man, come on in the studio." And we went in the studio, and it seemed like it just pretty much lit a fire and just made, So
Get back in.
I kind of started wanting, but it's I have a different, I have a, it's I have a different perspective, if I might as well put it,
Yeah.
about the game and music as I did when I was 19 and 20.
Yeah,
You know,
and you should.
yeah,
You've been in the game for a while. You've seen some things and been
mm,
through some bumps and bruises, I'm sure, just in the industry. So you should, I feel like, at this point, have a different perspective than you had when you first initially came in.
oh yeah, because you young, you 20, you're looking at, okay, I want to make, I want to be rich, I want to get this so I can buy this, and and you go through those things, and then things don't work out the way you want them to work out, and just it's different things, and then like so now it's like your life is stable, so it's like, well, if I don't sell one record, I'm not gonna miss one meal,
Right.
you know, and so it lets so it's a whole different perspective because I hate to say it, but you have a lot of starving artists
Yeah, for
walking around,
sure.
you know,
For
and
sure.
and that's how
They
some.
got it the worst. How we got content creators out here, they making money and the artists still ain't getting paid.
Hmm.
Oh, but they don't want me to talk about that. They'll blackball me. Won't nobody see my show. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They don't want me to say that type of stuff. But I'm being real. You got All these independent artists out here, they'll book the independent artists all day. They'll make them come out, make them bring all their people, make them pay $20 at the door, make them buy sections and bottles and all that stuff. So they making them spend the money to look relevant and to look the part, but they ain't putting no money in replenishing it to put it back into their pocket. They
Nah.
just want them to come up there, exercise their craft, show their artistry, and then go on about their business without them having to pay them nothing. But my husband has a good point. He always say, the DJ get paid, the hosts get paid, the door girls get paid. So why the artists can't get paid if y'all requesting for me to be there? You know, and I
Well,
feel that.
well, you know, one thing about it, and I learned that way long time ago. The music business is set around the artist not making money.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Everybody else though around
yeah,
them.
it's for everybody else.
Yeah. The
It's
manager's
not.
gonna make money. Everybody else gonna
Yeah,
make money.
yeah. I mean, my first record contract, of course, this was 1982. I think they told me I would get probably. I wouldn't. It wasn't even a quarter per album per 12-inch sold. You know, it was a real low amount. I forget what it was, but it was real low. You know, because I didn't put any money in it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't. All I did was showed up. You know, I didn't have any
Yeah.
investment. And see, that's what happened with a lot of these young guys. They don't have money. So here comes somebody with money, and they gonna put the money behind them. But they got to realize them
They
folks are,
want an ROI.
yeah, and they gonna get their money back first.
First of all, you got to understand the music business or you will not have a career. That's the
Right.
first thing. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand the music business. You have to at least remotely understand it. You know
But
what I mean?
but as you know, you have to put your mind as set of an 18-year-old or
That's
19.
very true.
You know what I mean? 18, 19-year-old, the only thing they looking at is putting on something around their neck, you know, and looking good, you know, and they don't. I mean, the glamour.
Yeah. The
You
glitz
know,
and the glamour. Hmm.
they just want the glamour. Hey man, I got a song out. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, and they think they on top of the world.
Hmm.
You know, and
And they ain't doing nothing. The
you know,
whole team putting in all the work, taking all the money. They don't even know. You know,
yeah,
you got artists like Jeezy who having to sue right now from finding out that it's been money missing that he didn't have access to, or people was taking money from his team and stuff like that. So when you got artists on that caliber, and Jeezy is very intelligent.
hmm
So when you talk to people like that and they still getting played out here, what you think gonna happen to somebody that don't nothing?
don't know nothing.
You
Don't
know
know.
what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. Like, so
Yeah,
I feel like I try to teach these kids, the ones that I do know and that I'm close to and that are good and they really are passionate about this industry and want to be a part of this. I try to tell them to do their research, go through some type of development, find a mentor like Easy. Easy got you. So he got somebody that can kind of show him and tell him like, yeah, nah, bro, don't do that. You know what I mean? Type things. But some of these artists don't have that. They don't have that at all. You know what I mean? And they going down different paths that they think are right. And it's people really using them ultimately, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
real real quick, before we get ready to wrap up, I want to jump into some quick fun questions with you and lighten the mood just a little bit, okay? So I like to play a game. It's called This or That, and it's nothing too serious. It's just whatever you prefer. So I'm going to give you two things, and you just pick your whichever one is for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it. Let's see. Marvin Gaye or the Isley Brothers?
Marvin Gaye.
Okay, I hear you. I kind of knew you was gonna say that. Tom and Jerry or the Jetsons?
Tom and Jerry.
I
All
like Tom
day.
and Jerry too. Oh, let's see. Big Bird or Cookie Monster?
Big Bird or Cookie. Cookie Monster.
Okay, I'm gonna go Cookie Monster too because I
Yeah.
like to eat.
Yeah. Big girl. Big Bird. Big Bird
Mhm.
too big for me.
You like fried chicken or you like grilled chicken?
Grill all day.
Grilled, I like grilled chicken too. Okay, I hear you, Mojo. Live studio performance or I'm sorry, a live intimate studio performance or performing in front of thousands of people in a stadium.
Mm, well, it's a different genre, you know. Okay, but you asked me a question. I shouldn't have time to think about it. I'll just say live studio. I say studio.
Okay.
You know, because it's less pressure. You know what I mean. You're more relaxed.
I
Yeah.
got you.
But I do,
Jewelry
but now
or
I do like the feel. I like the feel of a live audience, just like y'all was at the other.
mm-hmm.
You know that does that does something. You know.
Especially when they engage in and interacting and they
Yeah,
like, the music and stuff like that. I feel like it definitely is a better vibe for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Hmm.
I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. That's what I was saying. Accessories or like your when I say accessories, I mean like your sunglasses, your earrings, stuff like that, or your dirty bird chain.
It's got to be my sunglasses. I sleep in my sunglasses.
Ain't no way you sleep in your sunglasses, Mojo.
I sleep in my sunglasses,
How
buddy.
many pair you got?
I don't
You
even.
don't know. You don't even
I
count no
just,
more.
I mean, these actually just got picked up. I mean, they look like sunglasses, but they all prescribed though. I mean,
Are they?
yeah, you know, and when I go to get them and they wonder why I want my glasses to be dark, I have to tell them, listen, don't worry about it. I got a reputation to uphold,
Yeah.
so that's why I got to have the glass. I got to have the frames.
Tell them to mind their business. Okay. So my next question for you, we still in this or that, is gonna be macaroni and cheese or collard greens.
Collard greens all day, baby.
Me too. I love me some collard greens.
With
Neck
turkey neck.
with turkey. I'm with
Yeah,
that
turkey
too.
necks and seasoning. No ham hock, no pork.
No, I don't do no pork. Right. That's right. But I do eat bacon. That's the only pork I eat.
Turkey bacon.
I don't eat turkey. I eat turkey bacon too. I eat any kind of bacon.
Okay,
I just like
okay,
bacon.
okay, okay.
Okay, cake or ice cream?
Listen, girl, I've been on a diet here for a couple of weeks now, and now you tempting me because
Yeah.
I got plenty of ice. It's more ice cream. I kind of try to stay away from cake.
Yeah, the ice cream better. The ice cream be tearing me up, Mojo. I can't even eat it.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
It turned me up. My body do not agree with it. It honestly with no dairy. I don't agree
Really,
with.
Lact- lactose intolerant.
I can't tolerate it at all.
Oh Lord.
If I could give a message to my fans, it would be
It will be, sometimes they say the first will be last and the last will be first.
Amen.
you know, and the fact that, I was the first rapper in Atlanta and I tell people I mean, back then I never thought that we were making history back then. You know,
Yeah,
I never thought it, but you know, I you know, I did what I did back then. We had fun, and like I say, I I paid a lot of dues in the private sector. I'm back. I'm having fun doing music,
absolutely, as you should be.
and if y'all see me out there, just know that. Just say, hey, Mojo is having fun. You
I
know,
love it.
you know, regardless of what, because I feel that, you know, I, I feel I've already made it. I think I feel, every day I wake up, I feel that I've made it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And we definitely appreciate your time and your energy and coming through our platform. Thank you to Daz. Thank you to Pun, everybody that had their hand in the
Big
pot of making
pun,
this happen for us. I'm
get
wishing
well, big
him, I
pun.
was just about to say, I'm wishing him well wishes to get better soon. I've been talking to Pun, calling his phone. He probably sick of me. So,
Uh
so
oh.
I appreciate all of y'all. Okay.
Well,
And y'all know
that makes him feel better because he's doing something. You know,
that's
he like,
right.
he likes to be involved.
That's okay. I'm gonna keep him busy. He ain't gotta worry about it.
Yeah, but hey, remember, I'm just anything I can do for you. If you need me to come to a cat litter show, it don't matter.
You a mess. Well, I'll make sure anytime I invite you out, it will be in your best interest and it will definitely be worth it. I thank you for that. Y'all know what it is. It's your girl, Maura Ash, the Gumbo Show. We are signing out. Y'all make sure y'all don't touch that dial. We're about to jump into this break and we'll be right back.